This is a short video for anybody that owns a Honda Civic in the UK, the 2006 to 2011 model. If your green Immobiliser key comes on, it can be a devil to sort it. And I spent quite a bit of money on this scanner, but it wasn't that fixed it. Oh no. The cheapest scanner you can get on the market, it's a Thinkdiag. You can either get the Thinkdiag or the Thinkdiag Mini. They both work, and I didn't have to download any software other than what came with it to do this. And I'll tell you what you have to do. If the green key shows up there, it basically says, doesn't recognise the key anymore. You might be the driver, but you're not driving it. So this is what you've got to do. Well, it's what I found you had to do. When you load up Thinkdiag, and you've entered your VIN number, I found I had to enter it manually for some reason, but no bother. Anyway, entered that, and it went through all the usual scans. Didn't detect anything particularly, but of course I've got a green key on the dash. So it's a two-stage thing. What you have to do is reset the ECU. There's an option to add a new one, i.e. if you've replaced it, because I think it's lost contact with the Immobiliser, which is up on the steering wheel. So you reset the ECU and it will go, okay, registered. Now, when it does this, your car may for a little while act a little odd until it gets used to the fuel and all the rest of it, and it sets itself up. The ECU will do that on its own. You don't need to worry about that. So once you've done the ECU, then in Thinkdiag, go to Immobiliser Setup, and under that you've got the option to add keys, and it'll say enter original key, turn your ignition on, turn it off, turn it on, a bit of a sequence until eventually it says, presuming that you've got a spare key, enter another key, and you do that on, off. End of the process, green key gone. It's the fastest way to do it, trust me. Thinkdiag or Thinkdiag Mini, and there are a couple of videos up on YouTube that mention this, but they're not that easy to find, and they're not UK based. They all tend to be in the US. But if you've got the Honda Civic 2006 to 2011 model, and the coverage does suggest 1996 right up to 2013, I think, so it would work for all of those. But that's what you want. It's the cheapest one on the market, Thinkdiag. So there you go. Obviously, I mean, it's no good in terms of a theft, because you'd still need the key, wouldn't you? But for someone at home who's had the unfortunate problem of having the green key come up, that's what you want. Buy yourself one of those. Takes you about 5 minutes. There you go. Cheers.